Alright, so I thought I'd do something a little bit different today. I'm gonna play a racing game. I don't play a lot of racing games, but you've probably guessed that this is Star Wars Episode 1, the pod racers that race in Episode 1 of Star Wars. And there's Anakin. There's the race. Yeah. Seems that actually, when we start the game, sometimes we get a different view of that race. It's still usually only a couple seconds long, like that. But that's fine. It's a N64 game, so we got that N64 graphics. Kind of a bad skybox out there. So I did a couple practice runs. I'm just going to go ahead and put our name in. Next, we got to choose our ship. So this is the ship we're going to be using because we're in tournament mode. We'll be doing multiple races. Got Anakin here. Yeah, he's fine and all, but his acceleration and top speed are pretty low, and this is a racing game. So, I kind of like Gazgano's stats. High top speed, moderate acceleration, decent traction, and the fact he has low air brakes and cooling, it's probably not going to matter that much. Got some middle-of-the-road guy. This guy has high stats in most, most of the stats, honestly. His repair is pretty good. His top speed isn't that high, so, that could be better. Turns out his top speed is probably fine, but we're going to go with Gazgano anyway. So we have a couple different tournaments. We got the Galactic, the Semi-Pro, and the Amateur circuit. I'm going to be doing Amateur. Because this is, a game where the AI is going to get harder as we go along. We'll start on easy. We can switch anytime, of course. Another interesting thing about this is that there is a prize structure. By default, we've got a skilled structure where first place gets 1,200, and then there's second, third, and fourth. Now, we could go to fair, which kind of evens it out. I guess this is what you would do if you're kind of expecting you usually get second or third. Then, that's a little bit better for you. Of course, if you're expecting you're going to get first or second, probably just want to stay in skilled. And, if you trust yourself, you can do a winner takes all. We're going to be doing winner take all. This is the first map, of course. And you might have seen that there was previously some record that I had set on the other account. We're not going to worry about buying parts and everything. We'll come back to that when we have a little bit of money.
The current record holder for this track is Odie Mandrell.
Yep, and that's my previous account. Yeah, so our acceleration isn't the best, but our top speed is pretty decent. And so we're pretty much right out in front right away. If you remember the Star Wars movies, it probably looks familiar. I'm pretty sure this is modeled after, the track that was used in the movie. I don't know if it's exactly the same. But, this is clearly supposed to be that same planet. There's our first crash. So when we crash, we respawn. Respawn's actually pretty quick, but we lose all of our speed. And if we touch any of these boulders and stuff, they explode. We get a little bit of a rumble. That's the end of the first lap. Not the best time, in part because, you know, we crashed. But I'm expecting we might break a record here over the previous run, because we do have a higher top speed. So once we're, you know, moving, we should start doing well. Aim for the little gap there, but it's fine. We have a couple options actually on the mini-map. I will be switching that. And turn it off.
It's a new lap record.
Yeah, new record. So we can get kind of this just positional reading. There's nobody even close to us. Or we can do this, and I kind of like this view. Sort of shows how far ahead we are from the other racers. And I figure based on how far we are, we can probably crash twice and still be in first. So that's, you know, it's a pretty good lead. Whenever I bump into the wall, you might notice, or any of those crashing sounds, honestly. You'll see there's some little health bar that appears in the bottom left. It seems that, just like in the movie, each of our engines has its own health bar and can be destroyed separately.
It's a new lap record.
I'll take it. It's an odd choice for the victory screen music, but I'll take it. So again, can kind of choose what we're going to do, but it's going to continue down this path. Previous lap record, 25 seconds. So this is a pretty short race. And that's probably a good time to maybe look at our junkyard.
Look around! I got a lots of a junk. Outlanders, they come here. How do they find me? They come here, they mess up my store. Hey!
Yeah. So we can, you know, we can buy new parts. We have a trade-in cost based on our current part. And this guy he just loves talking. I guess the idea is kind of, the junkyard is sort of random parts, but you might get a good deal.
How do they find me?
I guess in part because the parts are partially broken. So this one's like, I don't know, it's like 2/3 health, but I think we'll still take it.
They look around, they know buy. Why no?
Then we'll go to the buy parts area.
Welcome to Watto's shop, huh? Take a look around. I got everything you need, huh?
Yeah, and we'll go ahead and buy this, I guess. A little bit more acceleration. Should help us out of the gate. And we'll go ahead and start.
He's reckless, but a real crowd pleaser. The Tatooine native Odie Mandrell is on the starting grid.
Yeah, so Odie is that's the other account that I had. So I would guess that they're talking about him because he's holding the record right now. Of course, our ship has a higher top speed than Odie. You're playing the character with the highest top speed, so I'm expecting we're gonna get some really good times. Yeah, we're lapping people already.
It's a new lap record.
Yeah, new record even with bumping the wall. It's sort of drive-by feel sometimes. This game is pretty permissive. You know, we were able to kind of crash a couple times, still easily get first. And we get that sort of singing version again. So now we're doing Beto's Wild Ride. Probably a good time to check for parts again.
Change your mind?
Did I change my mind? Well,
Have you seen my chance cube?
your chance cube? No. I really want that acceleration, but it doesn't look like we can get it. Maybe in the junkyard. There might be something that raises acceleration.
You'll not find a better deal anywhere, I think, huh?
Ooh.
Ootmans.
And that's pretty nice. We can't afford it. Almost maxes out the speed stat.
Putenanoia.
You can also get this repair thing.
They come here. How do they find me, huh?
I don't quite know what repair does, but I know that our parts do get damaged as we bump into walls.
You're gonna lose unless you upgrade your pod racer, I think.
Well, so we're gonna buy a repair droid, and we'll just do one for now.
You banna pihota, Mindia, huh?
Apparently, I can look around.
Fuipaniaga.
There's like a JPEG of our C-3PO.
What? You think
Kinda
you're
cute.
gonna beat Sebulba with that pod racer of yours? Ah!
Oh, there's us.
You're gonna lose unless you upgrade your pod racer, I think. Outlanders. They
Well, he's wrong. We're gonna be fine.
The current record holder for this track is Odie Mandrell.
Yep. So I was able to get first with Odie. So I'm expecting we'll get first again. Oh, of course I have to actually start the race. Instead of hesitating there. So this map is kind of interesting. There's a couple new mechanics that were kind of shown here. First is that there are some alternate paths. They're pretty minor, but there's like a high ground right there and a low ground here. There's this bridge, which you can fall off of and die. And I did that almost every lap with the other character. I'm amazed we're not exploding, to be honest. And then there's this ice. So you lose a lot of traction while you're on the ice. Which doesn't make a lot of sense to me because we're flying. I would have figured your traction is based on, you know, just the air, not whatever ground you're over. But, you know, who knows. So I got a decent lead here. Oh, wow. Yep, so that's what happens when you blow up. Apparently, hitting that icicle was not a good idea. Not that I did it on purpose, of course. This map is kind of nice, though. I like it. And that's the first lap. Okay. Can't do that too many times, though. Yeah. Pretty sloppy on my part. But we'll be fine. Like I said, this game is fairly forgiving. Which is nice. I mean, we're talking about Star Wars Episode 1 Pod Racer, right? It's sort of aimed at the young, new fan who can identify with Anakin. A 10-year-old or whatever. Yeah. Yeah, that ice is treacherous, so not too concerned if I die on ice. I feel like that's almost expected a few times. Yeah, we do want to stay in the center of this track for, you know, better traction. Man, pretty clumsy this time. I think we need better turning. Because it's starting to get a little bit difficult to turn. That might end up being more important than acceleration in our next upgrade. Oh, I finally did it. Fell off the bridge. We're still in first. I could still flub it, but we're gonna try to do that. Get that orchestral music coming in. It's pretty exciting. Of course, the sound quality of the N64 is not that good. You can't really make the music hit home. It sounds a little bit lo-fi.
It's a new black record.
So here at Aquilarius, might start having some issues. Let's still go with winner take all. So probably take a look at the junkyard.
You'll not find a better deal anywhere, I think, huh?
That's a pretty good deal.
You're gonna lose unless you upgrade your pod racer, I think.
Pretty good deal, but I cannot afford
They
it.
come here, they look around, they no buy. Why nobody buys?
It's like a little odd.
Outlanders. They come here, how do they find me? They come here, they mess up my stall. Hey!
I feel like we're getting sort of like a racist caricature of some kind here. But we'll take the control nozzle. Should way increase our turning. I feel like we're probably pretty good to move on.
The current record holder for this track is Odie Mandrell.
So now we're in like a sort of a cityscape. I kind of wonder, like, how do people agree to participate in this? It sounds like it's really dangerous, especially if we were watching the, you know, the movie. It seems like a lot of people die racing. It doesn't seem like it would last very long if all your racers are getting serious injuries. But this map, we're in sort of like, yeah, sort of a city slash, yeah, city slash underwater area. So we're kind of going in and out of the water. That's this map. Like I said, I really think the map design is pretty nice. A lot of variations, different stuff going on. Ooh, we've destroyed only one engine. So we actually continued to fly for a little bit. It's kind of interesting. I was kind of wondering what would happen if we didn't just crash into a wall. And some fish. There's like a big fish somewhere on this map. Let's keep an eye out for him. So if you do just like graze the wall a bunch, you do take some damage. Like we have some yellow damage in our engines. I don't know what that means exactly, but I guess if they do go enough into red, maybe one of the engines will explode, like what we saw. But you know, you see, you can take quite a few hits on, you know, on each engine before that happens. I'm just enjoying this nice scenic trip. Nope. Chose the wrong side. The other weird thing about crashing there is they just kick you out to after the doors. I guess they sort of acknowledge, like, yeah, that getting through there sucks. There's not an easy way to drop you and let you gain speed and everything. Like, if you're stuck behind a door, it's gonna bump into it. Can't exactly go in reverse. I guess that's why they have to be towed into the shop after the victory. Can't go backwards.
It's a new lap record.
Somehow that was still a record. Well, I guess I'll take it. Oh, there's like a blimp. I don't know what that was. Alright, I actually made it through those doors one time. Nope. Yeah, and of course when you respawn, your engines are fully healed, so don't have to worry too much about chip damage. Yeah. Could use some more turning radius, maybe. Not a new lap record because I died twice, but... So, can I do this one? We'll give it a try. So this might be the first time I lost, and this might be the last map I actually demoed. So it's gonna start getting harder at this point.
Only the best parts you find here in my shop, huh?
Yes, we're good on turning. Some dual 32 PCX injector. Can't afford it. It's a bit of a problem. Can't afford that thing either.
Outlanders, they come here. How do they find me?
Those hoodlums, they come here. I don't know how they find them. Oh, I guess we saw a little repair bot in there. Wait. No, we want to go to the junkyard. Can we afford the Mag 6? Nope. Cost me 100 to get a little bit more repair. Okay. That's too much.
Have you seen my chance cube?
He really likes his chance cube. I guess we're gonna buy some droids. Buy another droid. I don't exactly know what it does, but we crash a lot. It's probably worth buying one, because we didn't buy anything else. Yeah, so this race...
He's reckless, but
This race is going to be a little dangerous. Yeah, we're still getting in the first, but second and third place are going to keep up a lot better. And we've got this green gas. I don't think it does anything, but it is there. Couple tight corner there, and the thing I'm not looking forward to is there's going to be a... Oh, that's bad. Yeah, there's going to be a jump coming up. There it is. Okay, we made it. So that jump can really screw you up. When I was playing the previous character, my speed stat wasn't high enough or something, so I was having incredible difficulty just clearing it. I think one thing you can do is you can hold down on the D-pad in order to kind of get a little bit of a farther jump. I guess it makes sense. but it sort of surprised me that we had to do that. It seems to work when I do that, as opposed to when I don't. There's also... It's crashing in the same place. And there's a shortcut we're missing. So we're gonna have to be careful and try to get that shortcut the next time. Yeah, we did not make it that time. I guess you have to do it at maybe the last second or something. Yeah, it's a little scary. Final lap. So we're back in first, but yeah, it's not as guaranteed as it might seem based on those first couple of races. So I'm gonna flip over to the mini-map. Try to help myself predict when these turns are. So this is the shortcut we want. It just cuts a little bit off the map. There we go. You can see those yellow dots are the enemy racers. Not too bad.
Record.
So, do we want to keep going winner take all? Yeah. I mean, I feel it.
You race pretty good, no doubts there, huh?
Yeah, still can't afford that.
Back again, huh?
Could maybe get a tiny bit more acceleration. Oh, it's Jar Jar. Hey, Jar Jar. I don't know what you're doing here. Kind of wondering.
You think you're gonna beat Sebulba with that pod racer of yours? Ah!
Well, we can get top speed. That's not too bad. And I guess we'll go ahead and go for it. Penultimate race.
Record holder for this track is Fudge Sang.
And as you notice, it's Fudge, so I haven't played this one before. So definitely going to be racing by feel. I do not really know what turns to expect. You know, I can look at the map, but especially when they're all crossing over. Most important to make sure I don't crash into like a boulder. Oh. I think I bumped my engine multiple times. Oh, golly. What is happening? Okay, we're in, like, anti-gravity. What? I do not understand how to control that. Like, I'm actually really confused by what I'm supposed to do in the anti-gravity section. That corner was very rude. Just a little corner of the ground clipping up.
It's a new lap record.
Alright. So we're going to be starting getting a lot of records just because you always get a new record on a new map. There's no default records. Well, that said, we are in first, so I guess I can't complain too much about how many times I crashed there. Okay. And the turbines. I guess I made it through. Oh, no. Did not make it through safe. It sounds like there's somebody right behind me, too. Oh. Okay, that door just twisted. What is happening? Did I do it? Okay. I'm doing it, I think. I cannot explain what my controls are doing when this is happening. I think it's like becoming more like a fighter pilot, where I have to like point my nose to like direct it, so like push up to go down. But I'm not 100% sure.
It's a new lap record.
The other thing I'm not clear about, I think losing only one engine is better than losing both. Because I guess you respawn a little bit farther down the track, but at the same time it also delays when the respawn begins. So, I don't know what's better or worse. This wall... That wall just kills me every time. I don't know what... If that wall is, like, made of some special material or something. But it seems like you're not allowed to touch it. You instantly lose all your health, despite, you know, obviously being in the turning motion. I'm not sure how you're supposed to dodge these things. Alright, and it seems like if you somehow manage to get past it, you crash anyway. That's the other rule. Alright, we're back on the ground. Not a big fan of the anti-gravity. Like, it's a cool idea, but it just doesn't work. It's just very unintuitive. Alright, final run, Spice Mine. Which it looks like it's a fire area. So we have not been paying any attention to our cooling stat.
The best parts you find here in my shop, huh?
Now, I'll be honest, I have no idea if cooling is important or
They
not.
come here, they look around, they no buy. Why nobody buy?
We can buy some radiators, but before we do that, maybe we'll check the junkyard. See if there's anything better. Still can't buy that Mag 6.
You rest pretty good, no doubts there, huh?
It's like a
They come
Stack
here,
3
they look around,
radiator.
They no buy. Why nobody buy?
It only cost me -7. I actually get money for buying that. Yeah, we're not gonna do that. Can we afford acceleration? No. Alright.
Outlanders, they come here.
Yeah, so we're definitely coming over here and buying a little bit of
You
coolant.
breaker, you buy, huh? Ah.
Do we want air brakes? Meh.
Outlanders, they come here. How do they find me? They come here, they mess up my store. Hey!
Buy some traction and let's get another pit droid. So we have 3 pit droids. I think what they do is they probably repair your parts that get damaged between rounds. And I think that has the effect of making things cheaper because you can trade them in for more money. Pretty blurry skybox.
Would you check out the size of those engines, Mars? Woe is raining. Unbelievable!
Skybox is very low res, yeah. So hopefully that coolant helps. I don't really know if it's gonna matter. But this place looks red, and red things sound like fire. Okay, we have many branching paths here. Was the path I took the fastest? I don't know. Nope. If I crash, it's not going to be. 3 paths again. Let's go to the right. Hearing some fire sound. Judged which way to turn. We're actually fairly far. Yeah, we're really far ahead. Oh, here is a molten looking area. I think a spiral. Minimap here, not that helpful for understanding what's going on. Some really inconvenient slaloming. Is that the end of the run? Yeah, okay, that's the
It's a
lap.
new lap record!
Alright, so no fire here. So that coolant was really just defensive. I actually don't know if maybe it's if you're going really fast, maybe coolant does something. Like, do you take more damage while going fast and coolant reduces it? These are the questions that I have. Ended up on a different branch that time. Seemed fine enough. Do the middle path. Very difficult to tell. They all seem about the same. And this weird neon mini golf glow green. Not too bad. Let's take the left path. Yeah, I could not tell you which was better. We're definitely underneath the other path. Maybe that puts us closer to lava? Is that coolant related thing? Other than that, I can't tell you why there's two paths there.
It's a new lap record.
Yeah, so plenty of distance. This map, not that bad for getting into crashes, considering especially how many crashes we had on the previous one. That anti-gravity section. It's pretty much impossible for me not to crash, at least like twice every time that happened. But on this map, it seems like pretty solid. As long as I don't do that. Let's take the third path. A little variation. Might just be for variation, to be honest. Like, hey, why not have a couple different options? Kind of just makes the map a little bit more interesting, even if there's no strategic reason to choose one over the other. Or, you know, the strategic value might just be very minor. We'll take right. On the theory, we don't want to be close to the lava. New lap record.
It's a new lap record.
Let's bring it in.
Fastest pod racer in the galaxy. Gazgano.
Nice. That guy and, what's his face? Ooh, Ando Prime Centrum. It's an invitational podcasting circuit. Well, pod racing. We'll probably come back and do a couple more races, but for now, we're going to call this the end of the video. So I'll see you next time.